we're back.
We are.
Yes, and Tori, you got any other ideas? Like, I know I talked about what dinosaurs I wanted to see, but you got any you wanted to see?
Other than, I don't know if this was recorded in the other part, but I said maybe some of the sea life, prehistoric sea life that was going on. You know, like the big reptilian monsters that live in the seas. I think that would be cool to see those. But other than that, I can't really think of anything that specifically I'd like to see dinosaur-wise. I mean, basically anything that they can work into the story, and this doesn't just become a dinosaur apocalypse, as Deadpoolzilla put it.
Yeah,
with just dinosaurs thrown up on the screen for no reason.
Yeah, basically don't make it a dinopocalypse.
Right, exactly. I mean, as long as they can use the dinosaurs effectively in the story and present them as a valid threat to the characters, that makes sense at that point in time. I'm totally cool with seeing pretty much anything dinosaur related in this movie.
Yeah. How do you want to, do you want to use animal instincts in here again?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a key part to what I think made the first movie work so well, and why the world that they created in the first movie was so effective, because the dinosaurs were so lifelike that you thought they could actually exist in today's world. And in the third movie, I didn't get that same sense because they didn't act like animals, I mean, they didn't act like anything I had ever encountered before, so it was kind of like a disconnect. But when you see, especially the scene that comes to my mind is when they're running through like a field and they almost get stampeded by a herd of dinosaurs. That's, something typical of, you'd think an animal would do that. And I think you can find different dinosaurs that, behave differently and put them in different situations to do whatever you want with dinosaurs. So, I mean, I don't think you really need to use anything that isn't, that doesn't act like an animal as it is, because, if you want something that's not an animal, why are you making a Jurassic Park movie?
Yeah, that's what the allure was, like you said, the first movie. It's just that in the first movie, it wasn't like, oh, they're the monsters, they're the bad guys. No, they don't know what they're doing. They think they're just looking for food.
Right, exactly. I mean, another scene that I think of when I think of Jurassic Park is when they're when they see the long-necked dinosaurs. I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Brachiosaurs.
Yeah, when they see the Brachiosauruses for the first time, and the Jurassic Park theme starts playing. I mean, I like how in the first movie they showed, there are peaceful dinosaurs, that are just herbivores, and they're just peaceful. I think that's one of the things that I like so much about the first movie. Obviously, like I said before, was the whole spectacle part of it. Seeing dinosaurs that were so lifelike on the screen, and they acted as they would in real life. It wasn't like, in the third movie where the flying ones, I can't remember their name off the top of my head either.
The pterodactyls?
Okay, yeah. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, because I said it before. But when they attacked the characters in that big cage for no reason, I mean, that's not something they would normally do, and it was just to set up an action scene. So, I mean, yeah, I just would like to see them act more like dinosaurs, like you said before, and maybe something I would maybe like to see, obviously the Velociraptors and the T-Rex are the things that everyone thinks of when they think of Jurassic Park, but I think the Velociraptors have been done so much. I think I would like to see some other dinosaurs besides Velociraptors being used.
How about bring the Dilophosaurus back?
Was that the one you were talking about before?
No, the one with the frills and that the spit venom one.
Oh yeah. That would be awesome to see. I would love to see that.
Let's bring him back. I've wanted him back since the second movie.
Yeah.
Let's have like a whole pack of them.
That would be awesome.
Like the team stumbles onto a little pack of them and sees one is like, don't move, and then another one pops up, then another one.
Yeah, those things are creepy too. They make some creepy noises, and when their frills come up and they.
Yeah, actually, that's like the real Dilophosaurus. I'm gonna drop a little nerd logic for everyone out here. The real Dilophosaurus was 12 feet tall and didn't spit venom or have frills. It was a straight up carnivores, 12 feet tall, 20 feet wide.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. I don't know why they decided to shrink it down. I think that could have worked too, but I guess they just needed to apparently it was supposed to be an homage to Alien.
Oh, okay.
But I wouldn't mind the Jurassic Park version in here. I'd like to see more of the bigger dinosaurs. There's one particular I want to see, like the Giganotosaurus. For those who don't know what that is, that's a think T-Rex and times the size by 4.
Just put a T-Rex on steroids and there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, this bitch right here was so big, it could actually fit a T-Rex in its mouth.
You know what would be funny?
What?
If they had that dinosaur, like the opening scene is like you see like a Spinosaurus walking around, just gets ripped in half by that. It's like that was for the T-Rex in the third movie.
Yeah, it's like, see, we took care of that problem. Would you want what kind of would you want just straightforward that movie, or is there any subplots you want to cover? Because what I've noticed is that Jurassic Park, other than the first movie, didn't have a lot of subplots to it. That weren't they were subplots in there, they just weren't strong.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Especially in the third movie, a lot of the subplots were poorly, like things with the characters. You know what I mean? Like character arcs that never really, they kind of just fizzled out and didn't really matter.
Yeah. Because me personally, I really want to play up that idea for the character I want to cast as Hugh Laurie. I really want to play up that we played God and now we're paying for it kind of feel for that song.
Yeah, I like that idea as well. And I mean that's something that I think is really a theme that you could play with, and because it's been so prevalent in the other movies too, and it's kind of subtle. So here you could really you could flesh it out a little bit more than the other movies did.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Other thing, people, I do not want this movie outside of the islands. It should stay on the islands.
Yeah, I agree.
Excluding the second movie, because that whole scene with the T-Rex running loose is supposed to be an homage to the King Kong scene.
Yeah, I think we've already gotten our fill of dinosaurs running around in the real world. The allure, for me at least, in my taste, the allure of seeing dinosaurs in their natural environment is much more appealing to me than seeing them running around in our world, I guess.
Yeah. Because
it's so much different from, everything else that we've seen.
Yeah.
Like the where the dinosaurs live and stuff. I don't know. That's personally for me. It's just not as interesting to see them running around in cities and stuff.
Yeah, it's like having the humans in the dinosaur. I've always pictured the dinosaurs in our world. Basically, it falls under, hey, we have the home field advantage. We can take this thing out. But when we put the humans in the dinosaurs' territory, it's like, you're in my house, bitch.
Yeah. Your mic was a little cutting out there, so I didn't get all of it. But
basically, what I said was basically putting the humans in there has it kind of we're stuck, we're the ones that's going to be screwed over, and basically the dinosaurs are like, you're in my house now, bitch.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to bring up, and I'm pretty sure you'd agree with me on this. I don't want the dinosaurs super evolved into humanoid raptors, like the humanoid, because apparently that was one of the original scripts for Jurassic Park 4, to have the Velociraptors evolve to almost human level, kind of humanoid.
So it'd be Rise of the Planet of the Dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm glad they scrapped that.
Yeah, I heard there was a script about dinosaurs with guns, too. Just dinosaurs with firearms.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, is it the same thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it was the same thing. I'm like, that sounds... I'd take the third movie over this.
Yeah. I think the key... I mean, the key with, doing something like this is, I would want to stick with the dinosaurs as they are. I mean, even if you were to have them evolve, they wouldn't evolve that fast, I don't think. So you'd have to set it far in the future.
Yeah.
And then you'd have, like, dinosaurs in space that were also human, and it, that's so far from what Jurassic Park is, I don't think you could even call it that.
Yeah. Basically, we'd have the Ceruleans from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think we've pretty much covered everything. I think I've covered all the movie elements. Have it like still have that action element, but still I'd want to have that pay for your sins, that Dr. Frankenstein redemptions type story as well. Yeah,
I would like to see that too. And something I'd definitely like to see after the abysmal characters in the third movie is an endearing female character in the series, maybe.
Yeah, because I don't even think we've had that in any of the movies. Well, no, the first one.
Yeah, the first one was, I mean, I liked the girl in that movie, but I would definitely like to see a female character take, like, a main role in here. You know what I mean? Because, when we were talking about, like, casting The Rock and stuff, I mean, Jurassic Park was never kind of like a testosterone fest-fueled movie, and not just because The Rock's in it, it doesn't need to be that, but I really think that, having a female character in there would do well to diversify the cast of characters, and, like I said before, like, if we were to play it off kind of like a zombie movie, I think, having a female in there would definitely, instead of having a group of all males, would definitely, create for more interesting situations and, stuff that they get into.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I really want a strong female character to counterbalance the other characters, because Dwayne Johnson I only want in there is for the action stuff. That's the only reason I want him in there. Exactly. Not to have, like, oh, he's going to be the main character, but knowing if he was in the movie, he'd probably like, Dwayne Johnson, fucking up dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
actually, it would be a good pick.
I would, if I was to choose a female character, and, like, if I was to characterize some of the characters, like, I would have the main character be kind of like a naive scientist kind of guy, and then the Hugh Lowry character you were talking about before, he's kind of like the guy, like the voice of reason that's like, we probably shouldn't do this. And, the naive scientist is kind of, like, so enthralled with his own ideas, and he wants to, prove himself, and proves himself within the scientific community, because everyone kind of, like, says, that idea was tried before, and we don't want to try that again because it failed.
Yeah. I actually thought of, for the character's last name, Dr. Icarus, kind of play on the Icarus flew too close to the sun.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. I would like to see that. That would be cool. And, yeah, you could definitely have him follow kind of like the path that the Icarus mythology followed.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Lost does with how they name their characters after fictional characters and real people, and they kind of follow those paths.
Yeah. But all in all, I think we've pretty much covered everything, I guess.
Okay. Are we running out of time?
Yeah, we're running out of time.
Okay.
I'm sorry if you had any other ideas, but I thought we were all fresh out.
Oh, no, it's cool. I'm good.
You sure? I mean...
No, it's cool. I mean, I wouldn't have enough to say for a part 3, put it that way.
Alright. But all in all, I'd like to thank Tori GNR for the help, and you guys tell us what you think of all this. Later.
Alright, see you guys later.